podcast, do me a favor. Go ahead on and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell all the way up top. Please like and share this video. Please like and share this video. Participate in the $5 challenge. It helps take care of us as well. Also, too, please don't hesitate to also uh, participate as well in the $5 challenge for my wife's GoFundMe. Uh, and please, the membership is open. If it's your first time tuning in, the membership for this channel is very reasonable. Probably the lowest out here on YouTube, possibly. I don't know for sure, but it's pretty low. $2 a month. That's right, $2 a month. You can be a part of the page, be a patriot right here on this channel. Good perks. You get to see me in rare form. I'm going to start working on more content to put out there so you get to know me as a person. With that being said, let's jump into this. This story here is straight crazy. When I talk about this is a crazy story, it kind of reminds me of the the police officer that went rogue in California, which to this day you got a lot of people that say he was oppressed by racism and he snapped, but that's neither here nor there. But this is what's going on. So former detective Steve Broderick. Well, first off, we got to rewind and talk about how we got here. So Steve Broderick was like this great police officer, right? He got promoted to be a detective like sometime last year. Things were looking on the up and up. The guy was basically like a superstar. Well, then all of a sudden, he gets caught up in a very scandalous case for violating a 16-year-old girl and did it in another part of the town he's from, Elgin, Texas. Well, when that went down, they were like, yo, dude, like any situation, you got to go. So he's like, all right, okay. So he goes, get relieved of duty, whatever. And I guess while that case is pending, this dude decided Sunday to kill a black male in an apartment and two Hispanic females. Yeah, thank you. I like that intro, bro. That's pretty cool. Now, it gets even more crazy. After this guy does this, they can't find him. Like, they're looking everywhere and they cannot find this guy. Now, his name is Stephen Nicholas Broderick. He's 41 years of age. He's 5'7", black male. Now, he's also ex-law enforcement, so I wouldn't be surprised that he knows all of the tactics, how not to be found. Now, to me, the reason why I said this is a very peculiar case, because I think in Texas out there, I mean, I guess you could hide pretty good, but I wouldn't know how you could do it in 24 hours unless you got to be having some kind of help. But I know that his wife currently got a restraining order on him. Guys, I heard this story. It was crazy. Just imagine that. Imagine a cop, and I know this is probably frustrating for the police as well that's working the case. This is somebody that's your colleague. He was a superstar, like dude had it together. And then a year later, he's a suspect for 3 murders and you can't find him. Not to mention, he's got a pending case of violating a little girl. This, wow. That's like, man, that's some damn Hollywood shit. Now, I don't know all the details of how he's related to these three individuals that were found dead. That is still being leaked out slowly. People don't know too much what's going on about that part of the case. But I do know that they are deceased. And they've been looking for this guy all day yesterday. They have had helicopters. Uh, they have had hound dogs, everything search party. They're trying to find this cat. And they haven't had any luck. It's like he has disappeared off the face of the earth. I don't know. Somebody that's that smart that can hide and conceal who they really are. I wouldn't be surprised if this guy's already got an exit plan. I mean, this is Texas. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if this dude slips into Mexico with ease. I mean, I don't know. The whole situation to me is crazy. Very crazy. I still trying to figure out how a guy that had it all going for him just go down the tubes. Something had to trigger this shit. I mean, nobody just don't wake up and say, I'm gonna go up here and violate young people. I really think sometimes though, when I learn in psychology, I think some people that suffer from uh what they call that's a narcissist and oh god, what they call that other word. Narcissist and shoot. Uh Sociopath. Yeah, that's what it is. People that have a combination of narcissism and sociopath tendencies, they really know how to mask. They really do. They know how to mask. It's like they know how to mask. And a lot of times they are some incredible liars. I haven't met a sociopath or a narcissist that a person that has both traits, sociopath and narcissistic behavior, that could not lie. I have not found one yet that could not lie. And I'm talking about not no bullshit lying. I'm talking about lies that are really believable. Like you be like, yeah, that's legit. I can believe that. And you have to really look into it to be like, nah, that's a lie. And speaking of narcissists and sociopaths, uh, you know, a lot of people that do the things that we do, like right here, like people say to go on YouTube and be able to get in front of a camera and talk about these stories and talk about yourself and be comfortable even when you fucking up and make a mistake, is you got to have some kind of narcissist about yourself. And I would doubt that. I mean, you think about it. I mean, anybody that put themselves out there and don't care have to have that kind, have to have a little narcissism. I think everybody has a little bit of narcissism in them. I just think it gets crazy when the narcissist gets so caught up that we cannot include our feelings. We can't have any kind of empathy. That's when I think it gets become the sociopath form. I mean, example given. Look at this guy here. This guy was a police officer, detective, served the community. Probably had a lot of people who rode for him to get a promotion, who held him down, and then all of a sudden, one day he just goes rogue. So, yeah, I think a lot of people have this ability. And I think a lot of people use this ability to survive. I think it's a survival mechanism for a lot of people. I tell you who else has a lot of this type of behavior, if you don't notice: entertainers. Entertainers, like real entertainers and actors. You think about that. They got to have that level of narcissist and a little bit of sociopath, because you got to be able to turn your feelings on and off and emulate all kinds of characters. So to emulate these characters, you got to get into how they feel and how they think. So think about that. Narcissism and sociopath inside you. I mean, that's how people pull off the greatest cons of cons. And we seen that this morning with Stephen Broderick. He pulled off a huge con. Last year, he had everybody eating out the palm of his hand. He was considered like a highly decorated detective, officer, you know, respected for the sheriff department. And boom, fast forward a year from now, he's wanted for murder and actually for 3 murders. And is now the very thing that you never thought you'd hear him be a part of. So yeah, man, times, this is an example of the times we living in. People are good at faking who they are. I have seen it way too much. People are good at pretending, really good at pretending. And I tell you who else is good at pretending. A lot of people that are together in relationships out again, going through bad. Hold on, trying to make sure this thing comes out clear. Yeah, all right, I'm back. So, people in relationships, I've noticed married couples, because I was one of them in my first marriage, put on some great appearances, you know, just to fool everybody that things were okay, and it wasn't. But this is the world we live in. All right, y'all, give me one more second. Trying to make sure I can get. All right. So I need to hear from everybody in the comment section. What is your thoughts on uh, Stephen Nicholas Broderick? Since we all love to have conversations and stuff like that on my channel in the comments, what did you think made Stephen Broderick snap? I mean, do you think it was the pressure of him having that violation case of the 16-year-old girl over his head? Uh, do you think it was uh, the whole um, how can I put this? Maybe he got into it with the people at this apartment complex and things just exploded. I mean, just get in the comments. Tell me what you think. Or if you have, just get in the comments and tell me your story of someone you know that had it all in this similar situation and just let it all go to shit due to bad decisions. It could be somebody doing thievery, murder. Since this is a crime story, tell me your thoughts of what can make a guy like Stephen, Stephen Nicholas Broderick, a highly decorated officer, go from locking up the very type of people that do egregious crimes to being one of those people running from an egregious crime. I need to know from the people what causes this stuff. Again, please like, subscribe, and share.